For the longest time of my life, I struggled with comparison and it consumed me to a point where I would have mental breakdowns. You know, where you compare your life to somebody and you start having severe headache. Yeah, that was me. It was a constant battle that drained me emotionally and mentally. But everything changed when I made a conscious decision to fix it. I said, enough is enough. I reset my mindset and I am proud and bold to say that I do not battle with comparison anymore. As I sit here, I can't remember the last time I compared my life to someone else's or felt jealous of another person. So if you've been battling with comparison or jealousy, by the end of this video, you will have actionable steps on how to handle jealousy and comparison in a way that is healthy and empowering. Hey loves, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rhoda Owadiaye, and in today's video we're going to be discussing how to stop these emotions from taking over and transforming this energy into motivation and using it to level up your life. This might be controversial, but feeling jealous or comparing your life with someone else's and wishing you had the life that they have does not make you a bad person. There's nothing wrong with you. Or maybe there is something wrong with you. Only if you allow the emotion control you. I know many of us would have been in situations where you're scrolling on social media and you see somebody that looks like they have their life all together. And you start to wonder why their life looks so beautiful and yours suck. It's okay to admit it. We've all felt jealous at some point in our life. If you say you have never felt jealous or envious of anybody before, you know you're lying. You are lying. It's normal and natural for these emotions to pop up unconsciously, but it doesn't have to control you. The real issue here lies in how you handle this particular emotion. I find it very strange and very weird that people don't like to accept that this happens to them. But to an extent, I understand why people don't like talking about these things or accepting it because they fear being embarrassed or they fear being judged. But if we have to be truthful to ourselves, we have all experienced this thing once or twice or more than in our life, especially in this social media era. It's almost impossible not to compare your life to someone else when you see this person share their success, their relationship, or just their lifestyle. And as I mentioned earlier, it is normal for these emotions to pop up unconsciously, even when you don't want it to. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person or you're a witch, but the point where we might consider it as witchcraft is when you allow these emotions to control you and you start acting on it. Jealousy and comparison, they go together because jealousy stems from comparison and dissatisfaction with your own life. You're comparing your life to that person and your life seems like it's not making sense anymore. I am not ashamed to say it. I have been in these situations before and I will tell you for free. These emotions keep you drained, frustrated, and depressed. It takes your joy and that's not a good way to live life at all. I had to actively seek ways to handle these emotions. I should be the one in control of it and not the other way around. So these are the steps that have helped me handle these emotions better and I really hope they help you too. The first step is very, very important because it helps you turn that jealousy or comparison into productivity. And that is acknowledging the emotion without shame and identifying your why. Many people, they suppress these emotions when it pops up, but I believe in not suppressing it. Accept it that you are jealous of this person. Then you go ahead to identify why you are feeling that way. When you find yourself feeling jealous or comparing your life with another person, check to know what the root cause is. Check if it's any inadequacies in your own life. Figure out how you can start working on these inadequacies to make your own life better, to get you to that level that you want to be. There's a particular lady on Instagram that I follow that I compared. There was a time I compared my life with that lady. I compared though, like I would scroll, I would consume so much of her life. I would be having headache. It's not joke though. But by the time I discovered ways to work on these issues, I started asking myself, and which I would want you to also ask yourself, this person that you're comparing your life to, what makes you think you deserve to live the kind of life that they are living. Because this lady, she's living the exact life that I want for myself. She's on the career path that I want. She's just living my dream life, basically. And I used to feel so jealous. I knew I had to ask myself certain questions. Why do I think I deserve to have the kind of life that she's living? If these people tell you the amount of work that they are putting into it, will you be able to do it? If you ask yourself that question and the answer is yes, then why not start putting in the work? Why not start being productive with your own life so that you will get to that level that you are jealous of? Many times we are jealous of people's results. We compare our current life and these people's results. You don't know the hard work that goes on behind the scenes. Looking at this lady now, I see it as motivation. If I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see a post now, I no longer feel jealous. Rather, I feel motivated to put in work in my own life. Because to me, it's like, if she can achieve this, I too can. Every time maybe I'm lying on my bed and I'm just mindlessly scrolling on Instagram and I see a post, it pushes me off Instagram immediately. I'm like, I'm here scrolling on Instagram when I will go and get productive in my own life. In reality, even those of you that compare your life to those girls that, you know who, can you do what they are doing to live that kind of lifestyle? Can you? If you cannot, then comparison and jealousy will die a natural death. Because I'm like, it makes no sense for me to compare my life to this person when I know that I cannot do what they are doing. But if you know that if you put in the same amount of work that they are putting in, that you can achieve these same things that they are achieving, then get productive. So if you are jealous or comparing your life with another person, compare well, oh, but this time compare without bias. Do you deserve to have what they have? Can you do what they are doing? Can you put in the work that they are putting in? If you cannot, it will just die. If you know that you can, then that jealousy that is supposed to make you feel any form of bitterness will automatically turn into self-reflection and motivation that leads to productivity. Another way I've been able to overcome jealousy and comparison in my life, you know this thing I'm about to say. We've heard it countless times, but it's about time you start believing it for yourself. It is a mindset shift that you need to adopt. This shift is very important in battling jealousy and comparison, and that is focusing on your own lane. You see athletes when they are running, everybody's on their track. None of these athletes are looking behind or looking by the side to see who is ahead of them or behind them. The only thing that concerns them at that point is how to get to the finish line. If they start looking, they will trip and fall. So why don't you focus on your own lane like that too? Choose not to lose track of your lane. So whenever I see certain things happening in the life of other people that is not happening in mine, I'm happy for you. Congratulations to you. And I move on because that is your lane, not my lane. You are doing just fine on your lane. Because the minute you start comparing your progress with another person's progress, you start losing focus. You lose the sight of the big picture of your own life. And do you even know that sometimes we compare our lives to the lives of people that are not even on the same path with us? Let me give an example of this. You hear the success story of, let's say, a doctor who has hit a significant milestone in their career and they're probably earning lots of money. Suddenly you start feeling jealous of that person. But let me ask you, do you even want to be a medical doctor? No. Are you passionate about being a medical doctor? No. Instead of looking at that person's path and that person's achievement, focus on your own path and seek growth in your own lane. This has helped me a lot because there's sometimes when maybe I hear this person got a better job in this career and this person is not earning lots of millions. I want to compare and see, this person now, see the job that this person has and see how much this person is earning. But I quickly check myself and say, brother, we're not even on the same path now. And I don't even desire to be in that person's path. So why am I comparing my life to that person? Another mindset shift that I adopted that has helped me is understanding and accepting that life happens to all of us differently. These things are happening for this person in a certain way, be it their relationship, their career, or their business, and it's not happening for me that same way. I deal with it. Fine. I move on. The minute you start dwelling on the 1,000,001 reasons why it's happening for that person that way and it's not happening for you that same way, frustration will just sit. Frustration will sit with you and drink tea. I got to understand that God has written our stories differently. God has different plans for all of us. So how dare I compare my own story to your story? It might not always happen for you the exact way it happened for that person. So you are stuck wishing for that person's progress. I was listening to an interview of somebody and they asked this man how he has been able to build a good personal brand online. He said that there are some people that will come online and they are like a one-hit wonder. They start content creation today and they just go viral the next minute. But for him, it was not the same thing. He built his brand consistently and gradually. Now he's very successful in his path. But if he has stopped and said, all my videos that I'm putting out there, none of them is even going viral, do you think he would have been able to achieve the level of success he has today? Forgetting that because this person went viral does not mean that I am going to go viral. Do you understand? So life happens differently for different people. This person graduated at 17 does not mean that you will graduate at 17. This person got married at 25. It does not mean that you get married at 25. All my mates, they've entered school. I'm still at home. It's okay. You will still enter the school and you will still graduate. It's not happening now does not mean that it's not going to happen ever. Because these things are happening for these people now and it's not happening for you at the same time. It does not mean that your life has spoiled or you are behind in life. You will still get there and you will still get these things. Maybe not all at once, but it will come. It will not happen the way that person's own happen, but it will happen. The minute we start understanding and accepting that life happens to us differently, the better we will get at handling comparison. Whenever I hear or see something that triggers jealousy to arise inside of me, this is one thing that keeps me grounded. We are not meant to have the same storyline. Certain things cannot happen the exact same way for everybody. God did not write the same story for everybody. Even twins implanted and conceived in the womb, when they come out, life will happen to the both of them differently. There's a scripture in the Bible in Psalm 139 verse 16. It said, I knew you before you were born. Every day of your life has been recorded in my book. Trust that your journey is leading somewhere amazing. Be content with where you are presently and be expectant for what is to come. Because there is still more to come in your storybook. This next point is for people that obsess over social media. I used to be those people. But you know what helped me? I started understanding how social media works. So understanding social media is an hack that will help you to overcome jealousy. The minute I understood how social media works, knowing that it is curated content, life is not as perfect as everybody is making it seem like on social media, your jealousy and comparison will reduce drastically. I'm not saying what people show on social media is not real though, because I still strongly believe that not everybody fake it on the internet. Some people's reality is as good as what they show us on the internet. So that is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that everybody on social media is only showing you what they want you to see. That is why sometimes I really appreciate some creators that show you how ugly it can get behind the scenes too. Because life is not all rosy. So I take things on social media with a pinch of salt. Why would I use somebody's curated content that they recorded and edited to measure how good or how bad my life is?
That doesn't make any sense.
I hope you also know that so many people are doing fake it till you make it on the net. I have absolutely nothing against fake it till you make it lifestyle. I don't. But I want to be sure that you know most of these people, they don't really have anything going on for them. They just make these videos or post these aesthetically pleasing pictures as strategic positioning for them to get what they are looking for. And then there's you with the same reality that they have. Or maybe your own life is even better than theirs. You now start wailing, oh, why is my life different from these people? Let me also talk about relationship people. Yeah, I will go there. You are comparing your relationship to the one online. Are you not aware that cameras were set to fit different angles? Editing was done before that video or photo was posted. And you are over there envious and comparing your own real life relationship with an edited online relationship. Do you even know that they copy and paste content? You self copy and paste in your own relationship now. These videos that they post could really be a true representation of how their reality is. Regardless of whatever it is you are seeing, whether it is true or it is false, take it with a pinch of salt. Admire and move on. You don't know if it's a true representation of how their life is, or they are just making these videos for engagement purposes, and then you will watch the video and start comparing your own with them. Why is my relationship like this, sef? Why is my man not like this? Why is my woman not like this? Really? 3 seconds edited relationship. That's how I saw one post on Instagram where this girl was complaining. She said she has been dating this guy for 3 years. And all through these years, the guy has never asked her to be his Valentine. That this guy does everything a partner will do for Valentine. That he ensures she has a wonderful Valentine celebration. But you see, because of the videos she has been watching online and consuming, where people ask their partners to be their Valentine, I was now wondering, at what point did you start feeling bad because your man has not asked you to be his Valentine? All these years that he has never asked you, it was not a problem. It was this particular year, this one that you saw videos and reels up and down. That's when you now start feeling like your man is not doing well for you. When I saw that post, I just said, social media will not be the end of people's relationship. Because this girl was saying she became angry and she caused a fight between herself and the guy. Social media. Don't let someone's 30-second or 1 minute video make you start feeling bad about your entire life. When you understand how social media really works, you will not take things too seriously on these apps. You will just see, admire, and you move on. That comparison will reduce drastically. The problem is that many of you still feel like social media is real life. Take whatever you see on social media with a pinch of salt. That is what I do. There are many people I see on social media that I admire a lot. They motivate me. Even couples content, I really love these couples. But I watch, I admire, I like, maybe drop 1 or 2 comments, and I move on. That is how it should be. Another way to handle comparison in this social media area is to get off social media. Yes, get off social media. Get off social media and go do other productive things in your life. When you're scrolling on social media and you start feeling that emotion creeping up, log off immediately. That is what I do. Get up and go do something else engaging that will uplift you and remove you from that mood entirely. Because it is when you allow these emotions to linger, that is when it can lead to deeper feelings of negativity and even depression. But if you can catch it early, you can control it. I know when this emotion is about to hit, and the minute I start sensing or feeling it, I know that is my cue to disconnect. So as you're scrolling on social media and you start feeling like this thing is coming up, log off immediately. Just keep your phone by the side. Turn off your data. Once I feel like it's beginning to come up, it's beginning to raise its ugly head, I just turn off my data. I go off social media completely, all of them. I will go and read a book, or maybe I will go and watch a movie. That's what I do that helps me. One last thing I will add to this is to reduce and block your triggers. Hey, I've mastered this one. The minute I catch myself comparing myself to anybody, I don't hesitate. I either unfollow you or I block you. It might be, this might be extreme, but protecting my peace is my priority, and I encourage you to do it too. If you need to unfollow, block, or mute anybody, do it to maintain your mental well-being. There was a time in my life where I had to unfollow certain people. The moment I see their content or their posts, I begin to feel this negative emotion taking over me. I knew at that time I had to do something, and I unfollowed them. After a while, when I was able to regain control over my mindset, I followed them back. Now I'm no longer triggered by anybody's post on the internet. I can view, appreciate it, and I move on. Do everything you can to reduce or block your triggers. Because of the work that I have put into fixing my mindset, I can confidently engage in social media without any form of jealousy or comparison weighing me down. These mindset shifts I shared in this video have become second nature to me. They keep me grounded and unshaken. And if you implement them in your life, it will definitely help you have better control of these emotions. And let's be for real, comparison and jealousy is not something that can disappear overnight. It's a process. Every now and then, these emotions will want to creep back in. But whenever they do, you can stop yourself and snap out of it. Remind yourself and put these things I've said into practice, and you see yourself getting better little by little. There's another area of jealousy that I would really like to touch on because it is not talked about a lot. In fact, it's not even talked about at all. And that is jealousy in friendships. I spoke about jealousy and comparison in general, but I would like to narrow it down to this particular area. I wanted to talk about it in this video, but it will make this video too long. So I will make in another video to talk about jealousy in friendships and how to navigate it. This is something that happens in friendships a lot of time that needs to be addressed. We've all experienced this at a point in our life, but I've been able to create a structure that has helped me navigate this better, and I would like to share it with you. So look forward to that video. Put on your notification button so that when that video drops, you'll be the very first person to know. Jealousy and comparison doesn't define you. You have the power to redirect these emotions into something productive and fulfilling. Trust your journey and the process. Believe that everything is in place, and even though not in place right now, it will fall in place. Because where you are now is just a chapter. It is not your entire story. There's more to come, and it is all unfolding beautifully as it should. The next person is not ahead of you. They are walking their own path, same way you are walking your own path. Stay confident in the efforts that you are putting in every area of your life, knowing that it will pay off. And most importantly, trust God with your plans. My favorite scripture, Jeremiah 29 verse 11, that says, I know the plans I have for you. I know your end. My plan is to take care of you, not to abandon you, to give you that hope and that future that you desire. Trust God in your plans. Believe God for your life. Trust his plans for your life. Please, I would also like you to gist with me in the comment section. Tell me what your biggest struggle has been with jealousy and comparison. Let's chat in the comments below. If this video was helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. Click the like button. It helps YouTube push the video out for more people to see it. And if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Come and join this community. Let's grow together. Please subscribe, turn on your notification button so every video that comes out, you will not miss out on it. Subscription is absolutely free. Just click the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.